Hello, and thank you for your interest in the work of the Presbyterian Hunger Program. This presentation will explain the international work of PHP. The Presbyterian Hunger Program responds to global hunger and poverty through two main approaches. One is through development projects, responding to the immediate needs of communities, and two, advocacy, addressing policies and corporate practices that create or perpetuate hunger and poverty. There is a continuum to our work where we move people and communities from addressing the symptoms of hunger and poverty to addressing the root causes. Our work aims to support poor people by providing the resources that they need in order to move beyond levels of critical poverty. We understand that you can't address deeper issues if immediate needs are not being met. We create an environment where people gain opportunities to realize their potential and uncover resources which already exist within their communities. People learn new skills and analyze the systems that create or maintain people in poverty. Ultimately, we envision communities where people are equipped to defend their rights and resources and participate in decisions that affect them. PHP supports poor and marginalized communities through community-based sustainable development projects that promote dignified work and ensure sustainable livelihoods. These projects empower people to feed themselves, their families, and their communities in ways which respect their culture, the land, and traditional knowledge. Nearly 870 million people go to bed hungry each night, the vast majority of whom live in developing countries, where opportunities for formal employment and safety net protections are limited. Poverty, unjust economic systems, conflicts, and climate change are some of the primary causes of hunger. People living in poverty cannot afford to purchase nutritious food or seeds for planting food. They often lack access to safe and clean water as well as basic sanitation. Their children have inadequate opportunities to proper education and consequently remain trapped in a cycle of poverty. Complicating matters, climate change is likely to increase the number of people at risk of hunger as it continues to negatively impact the food supply, water, and other resources. PHP promotes community-based projects that analyze causes of poverty and develop holistic responses that support grassroots communities to address their needs and become more resilient. We believe that those faced with the problems should be directly involved in developing solutions. That's why community-led approaches are at the center of our work to alleviate hunger and poverty around the world. One of our focus areas is sustainable agriculture. This includes food production and nutrition, seed saving, tree planting. Another focus area is water and sanitation. This includes water wells and pumps, community water systems, latrines, and toilets. We also do economic development work, which includes income-generating activities, job skills training, fair trade, and microcredit. PHP believes not only in providing poor people and communities with training and skills that help them to achieve their development goals, but we also prioritize building the capacity of individuals and organizations to identify root causes of poverty in their communities and organize for change. Leadership development and capacity building are keys to empowering local communities so that they can solve their own problems, achieve their objectives, and meet today's challenges in order to prepare for a better future. People's power is unleashed through increased awareness and strengthened leadership skills. Communities are equipped to take initiative, develop a vision, influence people, solve problems, and take responsibility. Many poor and marginalized communities that we serve know the solutions to get out of poverty, but often lacked the practical tools, resources, and opportunities for inclusion in decision-making processes. Capacity building connects communities to their own assets, knowledge, and resources, and provides skills that help them to understand the context in their countries and communities better, and how to affect change. Under this goal, we work to empower communities through awareness raising, technical training, organizing, exchanges, and leadership development. PHP accompanies communities and civil society groups as they come together to challenge the systems that generate hunger, poverty, and injustice. We support advocacy campaigns that aim to improve policies or corporate practices that impact fundamental rights to water, food, land, and other natural resources. In today's globalized world, with the high demand for food, water, energy, and other resources, poor communities that depend on these resources for their survival often face challenges to ownership, management of, and access to their natural resources. These communities are confronted with problems of seed monopolies, land grabbing, mining pollution, and trade policies that favor foreign investors over people. Powerful actors such as governments, private investors, multinational corporations, and multilateral banks, motivated by profit, set policies that favor large-scale extraction of resources with minimal or no benefits for local communities. Responding to poverty through projects is not enough if the systems that create or perpetuate hunger and poverty are not properly identified, analyzed, and challenged. PHP supports the rights of local communities to protect their natural resources and livelihoods from destruction by large investment projects. One campaign under this goal is Food and Land. PHP supports efforts that promote the right of people to produce and consume food in accordance with their cultural traditions and through ecologically sustainable methods, as well as the right of people to own and access land to produce food and provide housing, particularly with indigenous communities whose traditional rights are threatened. Under this sub-goal, we have food sovereignty, protecting and saving traditional seeds, and land rights. Many countries suffer from the resource curse, where mineral and resource extraction create wealth for a few and rampant poverty for the vulnerable majority. PHP works with partners to advocate for transparency in payments made by extractive industries corporations to governments, and we work to hold extractive corporations accountable for their financial, social, and environmental obligations. And PHP supports communities impacted by pollution from mining by supporting campaigns that protect the environment and public health. Trade reform. We support greater transparency in trade agreements so that foreign investors' rights are not privileged over the rights of citizens. We work for fairness in the global economy so that trade agreements protect the rights of workers, consumers, the environment, and public health, as well as human rights. Much of PHP's global campaign work to defend resource rights is done through the Joining Hands initiative. The Joining Hands initiative of the Presbyterian Hunger Program is a proven way to mobilize people and focus campaigns to tackle systemic causes of hunger, both in the United States and abroad. Rather than replicate project-based mission, presbyteries, congregations, organizations, and individuals are invited to partner with civil society networks in 7 countries to organize in both the northern and southern hemispheres to campaign for change in a globalized world. Most of the issues identified by global partners as contributing to poverty abroad are also relevant in the United States. We look together at the immense troubles we all face on a small planet and pull together in prayer, research, repentance, and in a process of mutual transformation that reflects our shared commitment to global peace and justice. Through local, national, and international campaigns, Joining Hands networks address issues that cause and maintain people in poverty. Joining Hands brings together partners in 7 countries: Cameroon, the Democratic Republic of Congo, El Salvador, Haiti, India, Peru, and Sri Lanka, with Presbyterians in the U.S. to study together how unjust global systems affect all of us and to work together to improve policies and corporate practices. So we invite you to engage. Go, travel with us, immerse yourself in the issues, and be inspired to work for change. Visit www.peaceusa.org/trips for a list of upcoming trips we have planned. Join us. Learn, pray, and connect in solidarity with each other. Contact Valerie Nodum at the email on your screen for more information. Act. Become an advocate. Take individual or collective action to support local, national, and global campaigns. We hope you'll contact our office for more information. We're looking forward to working with you. Thank you.